Okay, welcome back. Welcome back. We are live. Today we are editing photos with Ferrari. I'm waiting for Instagram. Instagram is always lagging behind. So give me a second. Give me a second. I'm going to check it if everything works correctly. Because sometimes it takes a few minutes to log in to all Steams or whatever. And yes, today we are editing. The photos are pretty, I would say, fresh. The photos are pretty fresh from today's photo shoot. So let's edit them together. I'm going to check it if we are online everywhere. I mean on YouTube and Instagram, and then we will start editing. Because sometimes by streaming platform. Okay, I can see that YouTube is online. That's good, and that's good enough. That's good enough to know. Let me change chat settings that I can see the messages, at least from YouTube, because from Instagram somehow I cannot see on my streaming platform. I don't need headphones because we are editing photos, so sound is not necessary. Let me start. Let's select few pictures from today's session, and yes, and just edit them. I'm going to be sure that you can see my screen correctly. You can see my screen. You can see settings on the right. I can go a little bit bigger with my window. Yes, I like this. I think everything is visible. You can watch on your phone easily. Okay, so let's select few photos from today's session. I would like to do first few photos. Here is a little bit better, but first few photos the balance wasn't correct because those lights are pretty green. And let's find this moment when we switch it on extra lights, because they have different colors. So that's why I want to make, I'd say, okay, they are with a lot of photos with the same light. Okay, anyway, the photos are still green. Okay, to find correct balance color, I'm going to mark all pictures, then click synchronize. Then if I do that, I can only let's say I can adjust all pictures in the same time. I'm doing that for white balance, because white balance is important, and I'm going to take white balance from that gate. I did that in the previous time. Okay, so it's plus tint is plus 49, but I see that is a little bit too much, or maybe not. It's not too much. Wait, I need to switch off this light, then I can see correctly. On my Wait, I need to switch some lights, otherwise I cannot see correctly on my configured screen. And this looks nice. So plus 58 tint, that's our basic things. They are pretty warm. We can make it. Let's do it like this. Okay, so this is our basic thing, white balance for all photos. Then we are going to switch off synchronization, and then we can select some pictures, and we will edit, and we will of course edit them. But this is I last time I had exactly the same issue, that all photos are still highlighted. Let me switch off. let me switch off and open Lightroom again. Otherwise I would have some issues with that, that's for sure. No, that's Photoshop. No, come on. Why is so slow? Why everything is so slow today? Lightroom Classic. By the way, the last time I opened Lightroom, but not Classic, like a normal Lightroom, and I couldn't find nothing there. So that's why I'm using Classic. They are still highlighted. But why it's like this when it's synchronization? Let me check if... okay, no, it doesn't matter. Anyway, okay, so let's find some photos to edit. Let's mark them with stars. For example, 1 star is to delete completely nothing. 0 star is might be because we will save it. 2 stars, it's okay, and 3, 4, 5 is fabulous. 4 this is also good, but not that as fabulous. And 3 might be. So we will start with that. I'm going to take for sure logo. That's 2 stars because can be nothing special, just can be. Let me see. Yes. Let me see pictures before. This I'm going to take it 2 stars because still I can see what Manuel is doing over there with PPF foil. That's good. Let's select them. Let's say I'm calling that always first pass, because if you have a lot of good pictures, then you don't want to edit everything. Hi David. You don't want to edit everything. That's also good. It's sharp enough. This one is not, so 0 star. This one, it's quite okay, 2 stars. What I try to do, because as I remind you, this is not like special photo session only for it's like a photo shoot when oh wow, I'm missing words today. It's like a reportage. So for example, Manuel is busy with his work and I am walking around and making photos and videos, and that's a difficult part to do that, because I want to find something that's the car. It's Ferrari. I want to have everything on this picture. So for example, I want to have logo of Ferrari, I want to have PPF foil, and I want to have his face, and I want to have his job. And it's really difficult to do that if this is not photo shoot and just reportage, I would say. But let me find some good photos. For example, this one I really like it. 2 stars. This one you can see is moved, so you can delete it immediately, or 1 star and review it later. Over here it's quite okay, but logo is not that sharp. Maybe we can check some better angle over here also, but we can see that's Ferrari. Pretty good. I mean, okay, 2 stars. Let's find a better picture. Okay, over here we can see that's foil, that's Ferrari. It's pretty sharp. We can see his face. So everything what we need is in the picture, in this picture. Let's take it. Why not? Tomorrow I will be also there. So. Tomorrow I will be also there, so we will work on that. Okay, let me check another photos. That's pretty good. Still we can see it's a sport car, 2 stars. I'm missing words today, so that's why maybe it's end of the day, I was busy. We can see his face, we can see part of foil, that's something is going on over there, and we can see engine and logo Ferrari. That's pretty good. I love that perspective, 3 stars. And over here we have this same picture, but a little bit skewed. I mean, one is skewed to the left, another one is skewed to the right, so not that big difference. As you know me, I cannot somehow do pictures for horizontally. Somehow the grip from Nikon is that, or the picture is skewed to left or right. Anyway, that's his head is not sharp. We don't want this photo. That's pretty nice details to show, and I would like to do that. For example, if you creating a gallery and you upload few photos on Instagram, that might be third or fourth photo. So I would like to take this one as well. Let me check over here. Yeah, kind of normal photo, nothing special. Here we can see focus, we can see foil, and I would like to crop that picture differently. So for example, if I would take this photo, I would go like this. And you remember that if you update these photos on social media, would be nice to do 69. That's first thing. And another thing is that on the bottom you have a lot of buttons, likes, whatever, so always leave it little bit space on the bottom for just these extra buttons from Instagram, TikTok, or whatever. And let's place his face over here, just in the middle. So basically everything is in line. It's logo, it's his face. We can change a little bit angle of this photo. Let's check it if what is better, because I'm trying to place it logo and his face exactly in the middle. So for example like this, and for me that's perfect. 3 stars. Correct photo, but we cannot see much. This is from a wider perspective. It's pretty okay. We can see his focus. Wider perspective with tail light. I also like shoots like this. So for example, we can choose 1 or 2, and later on we will see. I would go, for example, for this one, 2 stars. All those photos are similar. X-House, I will take it from my gallery, why not? This one is more in the center. Okay, 2 stars. 2 stars I will take from my private gallery, why not? I will be also there tomorrow. Logo, why not? Okay, and at least we can see something is going on over here. If that's more interesting, we can see logo, we can see spray. He's spraying the water. We can see he has this sharper in his mouth. In my opinion, super interesting photo with this water, with everything. I really love that. I would like to give it even 4 stars, because a lot of is going on. We have logo, we have a busy man on the front of his customer car. Pretty okay, nice, super nice. Spreading the water, working. Logo is not that visible, not that good visible, but why not? That's also nice spray of water. Love that. Love that. First take, it's pretty good. Now here, I would say nothing interesting. We have a busy man, but it's only 1 point from our multiple points. I've tried to also catch these drops over there to do something interesting. Let's check it one-on-one how it will look. But this, in my opinion, is too big deep of field. What happened if we do smaller like this? No, nothing. I can also use it in my private gallery, no problem. Again, busy man. I think we have photo like this already. That's at least good one because we can see foil, we can see his hands. I will go for that. And over here we can see left and right, but this was difficult to catch good autofocus over there, and I didn't do that. And I was later on, I was happy with those photos. That I can tell you, pretty nice, pretty good. I really love them. I will go for this one, even when his head is a little bit covered. How is it? This one? This one, the second one. Because the hood and this guy, somehow the hood and the body of the car, the chassis is somehow a frame. That's also good. The third photo, they are quite similar, only one thing we can change it. Over here you can see that his hands are not sticky, not anymore sticky to this sharper or whatever. I would like to take those 3 photos and to do various edit. Over here I've tried to catch sides with PPF and without, but was that difficult to do that. As you can see, my autofocus wasn't that good. It was difficult to catch autofocus there. And okay, so let's do pass number 2. Rated photos, we have quite a lot, 27 photos rated. Okay, so that's 2 stars photo. Let's check 3 stars photo. So for example, for me are logos. I will edit them later for my private gallery. And for manual, I would like to edit this one. This one is pretty good, spraying water. My opinion, this one is much better than the first one. We will see. All those photos are pretty good in my opinion. This one is nice, 3 stars. This one is also nice. We can see logo. Let's similar photos we have in the end. That's why I'm not giving this photo 3 stars. Over here 3. That's also nice. 3, 3, 3. At least we can see car brand. That's for me. That's also for me. Spraying water, like it. 3. This one, if you do fast edit, can be. 3. That's the same. Okay, so 2 and 3. Yes. Logo, that's for me for later. 3, and those are pretty good. 1, different perspective. I would go for this closer look. and of his head is a little bit to the left, so I will go this one and that one. Okay, so let's rate at minimum 3 stars, and this is our pass 2, and then we will start editing those photos. We don't have that much time, but we will do that. Why not? I see that Instagram is lagging behind, and it's okay. Doesn't matter. Anyway, let's edit those photos. You can check some presets if they match. For example, over there, if from my experience, I know that if there is a lot of white colors, then I will check winter setups, winter and cinematics. But usually, if you have a lot of white colors, then winter is good, because winter setups don't interrupt with white colors. Let me find them. Realistic winter. Oh yeah, for sure. That's okay, but he's too dark. I mean, in my opinion. If that would be another way around, that I would be happy. Ha! I would find this interesting. A little bit like this. Then we can focus more on a foil, like this. But I would like to reduce some highlights, that's for sure, even over here, because it's too much, way too much. Okay, I can see that this has an influence on his face, and I'm not going to touch it, because otherwise I will lose too much details on his face. That's why I'm going to do that. That's pretty okay what we are doing over here. Clarity, it's okay. Dehaze, that's pretty understandable. Let's check color mix, how it looks like. Details, color gradient. That looks pretty okay. Okay, so where is the issue? Over here. So the curve is like this. Okay, I would like to do. I would like to make background darker. Background. Yes. Okay. Substance. Object. One more time. Object. No way. Almost. Almost there. Okay, we need to take brush. That's for sure. Do that manually. What else? Flow 100. Yes, like this. Done with engine is not that big deal. Engine is not that big deal. With this one might be bigger. Okay, that was dark like this. Oh, I don't like it at all. Let's remove this brush. And let's add brush again. For this part. Okay, let's make this object brighter, otherwise it will won't work. Select object. Doesn't work how it would work. Okay, let's delete this mask. I mean, that's okay, but now let's remove it. Let's remove it. Objects. Let's back to the basic. Delete this mask and do that one more time. So, for example, you can see that the hood is too light over here, too dark compared to the background, and I can get rid of all hood, but that's not a deal in this case. Anyway, let's try remove entire hood one more time. I mean, remove from this mask. Almost. We can help a little bit with brush over here. Okay, I think that I would like to do that in Photoshop later, because Lightroom is not that advanced to select correctly. You see what is going on over here. Let's check brush, flow, let's say 45, and we need to do that manually. Remove object, this one. Oh, that works, that's good. And this piece, brush. Okay, zoom out. Lower part. Perfect. Okay, let's check it, what we can find, what we can do. What we can do now about this thing. One more time, brush. I'm going to paint this brush because I want to check it, what we can do, what we can take from this picture. So for example, I can adjust a little bit exposure. The idea is I want to check it, what I can take from these pixels, I would say. That's why I'm doing like extreme things now. And I can see that I can take pretty much. That's good. Okay, mask. Now we're going to do that with color. Color this, but we're going to now invert not subtract brush and remove another part of photos what we don't want it, and we want to take only color from that hood. Yes, and make it, for example, we can, that's also good, dehaze a bit. Shadows up, too much. There is also influence over here. Let's remove it. And yeah, basically we cannot do much. Dehaze. Okay, anyway, I would like to leave it like this, because sharpness we can go completely down, and that's it. We cannot take from that piece out more, but that's okay. Now let's focus on background. I will do that a little bit like this. That looks nice. And of course, select another mask, select object, now the engine, and we want to focus on this part of the photo. A little bit lighter, a little bit more contrast, a little bit more colors. Why not like this? Looks pretty good in my opinion. Okay, so now you can check it before and after. Now you can check it before and after. That's pretty pretty big difference. I would go for 4 stars because here we have all elements what we need. Okay, another one. Over here, exactly the same scenario. I would like to crop this photo differently. 9:16 again. Or maybe we can go square. Let's check it square. Square. No, square is not. (9:16), and I will go because I want to take whole person, not only not only a piece. Yes, like this. And let's find something else. A little bit lighter, highlights down. I have feeling that we cannot do over here much, for example. That's the part. I would like to go over here for 2 stars. Do we have an idea how to do that photos or not? Because his person is in shadows. So first thing I would like to do to increase shadows. Cinematic one is pretty good. I would like to add some lens blur in the background. Photoshop is Photoshop. Lightroom is pretty good with that. Let's check these things. Analyzing. It's measured correctly. 3D dimension. So it shouldn't be issue over here. We can see visualization. That's pretty good where we want it. And now you can see what is enough autofocus, what not. So for example, white are not influenced by lens blur, artificial lens blur, and there it's pretty accurate with that, and we can make it the range wider, and you can see now it's covered. Now its focus range is what on and background not, so we can add a little bit over there. For example, like this, it would look. And now it's much better. You can choose over here the of motion blur. And I will go as standard for the first one. You can see we have some issues over here. Then we can brush it manually, and shouldn't be that big problem. Yes. Oh, and also over there, right? Just a little bit. Not. Let's jump to the next one. This one, as you said, it's pretty good. I like this photo. We can see a part of the car, we can see manual. Again, it's in the shadow, but we don't have that much colors in his garage, so only white and dark. And as in the previous photo, shadows a little bit up so we can see him. Maybe highlights a little bit down so we can see more details. And that's pretty good. I would like to leave this photo like this. Not that much colors. This means that we cannot break it. Let's back to this photo and put more details on PPF foil. Let's try to do that. How I want to do that? By adding clarity to this part. Usually I'm doing this by brush. So let's take a brush and let's add some texture and some clarity. Yes, we can see the water, we can see all details over there. No, maybe not fingers. Just like this. And over here is not that much actually. Okay, and over here you can check it before and after. Before and after, what was that? Over here, mask 4. You can see before and after. The difference is huge that we can see he's working with this foil. Here standard photo, nothing strange. In my opinion, it's 2 stars, 2-star photo. Over here it's a little bit better, but nothing special. We can see his shadow in the mirror, and I would like to check if we can also take some details from that shadow using texture and clarity, of course. Mask, new mask, not background. Brush. I like to do like this, spontaneous. Texture. Yes, you see, we can add some details over there. Maybe not too much clarity, but make this part brighter. No contrast. Why not? Highlights. Yes, please. Brush minus flow. Let's reduce a little bit flow to 60. I want to reduce this part a little bit. Okay, so let's check it. Let's check it over shadow 1, 2. The difference is significant, and this is what we wanted. Okay, photo number 3. Or number 4. That's also nice. I would like to use similar presets because the car is the same, not that much colors. And I would like to do that yellow color of Ferrari would be closest as possible to the real one. I mean, yeah. As you can see over here, it's only the logo stays almost the same. That's pretty good. Edgy PE01. I haven't used that. So I think that might be some new presets. Anyway, I can see that there is too much blue. You know, that's a little bit. I can see that there is too much blue. So I would like to reduce some saturations. Blue. Yes, some blue, maybe color over here. Let's make it a little bit warmer. And you can see his hands, for example, it's mixed blue with yellow, and that's why I don't want it. Let's check it. The original photo and was much better. So I would like to remove this channel, blue channel. Okay, shadows. Oh, shadows are blue. Okay, here is it. Okay, that's those colors. Let's remove a little bit highlights. Yes, and I would go for that. Why not? Pretty okay. Some details like this hose is to remove, but that's for sure for later. Okay, and now we have Ferrari. Now we have his face, but let's check it the last two because I don't have that much time today. Let's check it those two photos over here. This one, that one. In my opinion, this one is pretty good. An edgy too will fit here perfectly. Perfectly to this Ferrari. Select background because it's too light, way too light. Okay, we need to correct this mask again. Select object, this entire hood. No, pretty good. Subtract. Almost. But we can do this piece, we can do by brush. And his toolbox. And let's make it a little bit that we can see some details over there. For example, like this. Looks good, looks good. I would like to try to add some lightness on the engine. Yes, some colors, maybe highlights, contrast, because must be visible that it's Ferrari. That's only one red object on this photo, and if I would like to reduce this blue box over there because it's disturbing my nice colors. My colors, and I will do that later, but that's pretty good. I mean, I really like maybe shadows a little bit lighter. What's happened? No, that's good. I would like to back to mask because he is a little bit too dark. I would like to select subject, then he is selected, and I would like to add some, make some shadows a little bit lighter, like this, and it would be, and this is 4 stars photo because we have everything. We have busy man, we have we can see that it's Ferrari, expensive car, and we can see that he's busy with PPF foil. Pretty nice, pretty good, love that. This same photo over here, and I would like to do this same preset. P1 somehow match exactly with what we want. I don't like the shadows and everything on this hood. This hood somehow looks terrible in this light. That's why I will go like this, that we can see entire hood, not only Not only him. I would see over here 1:1 ratio. I know that I'm not talking much, but the problem is that when I'm focusing on my work, I cannot do two things simultaneously. That's why it's difficult sometimes to find good words, because I am busy with editing. The important thing is this is like this is exactly the same case as with skin. The most important thing on this photo is Ferrari badge. So I don't want to edit that. For example, like you can see preset this one, you cannot see natural colors from that badge, and this I don't want it. That's over editing. That's unnecessary. That's unnecessary thing. But in my opinion, this look great. And it's still badge colors. We can make it yellow as it's supposed to be. Yes, like this, you see? The color is good, the light is nice. We can see this pink thing. We can see badge. I would say everything is nice over here. Even I would like to add some highlights like this. You can see logo, you can see his hands, you can see basically everything what we need. That's nice. We can change a little bit angle, because somehow maybe we can try better angle over there. Let's take reference point this thing. That's nothing changed. This thing over here, that's at least we have some light, but nothing changed. So I think if nothing changed, that this means it's everything it's like it's supposed to be. Voila! I would go for 4 stars. This one is also nice, spraying water. It's a little bit skewed in my opinion, and I would like to do it straight, like this. And let's change. And because he is in shadow, that I would like to have brighter shadows. That's number 1. This thing, this preset, but with lighter shadows and little bit lighter everything. That's pretty good. And I would like to work on those details of this water over there. But first I want to add some blueness in the back. Lens blur apply. Let's check the visualization. I would say it's pretty accurate. Okay, if I see that if we are adding that, we are missing our water. So I won't do that. I would like to do color background, and I will do background a little bit darker. But first I need to select objects, because Ferrari it is not background, it's foreground. Yes, let's see that. Almost correctly. Okay, so let's do that a little bit darker. Yes, and let's zoom in to our drops over here, and we will add over here clarity by pen or by brush. Let's see if we can do that like this. I mean, that's exaggerated a little bit, but I want to check it, the effect, the final effect, what I can take from this part. So let's check it. Let's do on and off this mask, and we can see where we are, and that's pretty nice. I would like to go for that, but I will do that more precisely in this case. Let's delete the brush, and let's start one more time. But if I would zoom in like this, I can add color. But you see, I cannot select, then I would say the entire photo is selected. Belt back, and let's add a little bit clarity over there. Brush, add, brush, clarity, I mean texture. Yes, like this. And let's check it. Let's check it before and after. Ah, okay. I see that incidentally I did over here, but okay. And okay, you can see before and after. Let's put 100% so you can see more precisely. Then is before, not this one. Then is before and after. You can see that drops are more visible without much influence on the background. That's also important. Okay, so we have our man busy with in the work. That's pretty good. And I would say everything here is correctly in this photo. It's pretty nice. I will go for 4 stars this time. Rating 4. I have brush. I cannot do that. Come back over here. Rated to 4. And okay, for these photos I will back later. That's also an interesting one, but I need to go in a minute. This is also good. So we will use this preset because we can see with Ferrari colors works the best. So for example, this is Edge PE01. Somehow this preset works with this place over there. That's somewhere. Winter 2. Highlights down. Texture clarity 0 because too much. And then let's do that in a fast way. linear gradient from the bottom. Then we have smooth border between car and the rest of the photo. And let's add some contrast, some lightness, some highlights. Can add some whiteness, then logo is nicely invisible. A little bit too much. That's good. Okay, in my opinion, that's good. That's good enough. Okay, so I would like to say thank you for watching. Thank you for today, and see you in the next day. So we were editing the photos from Ferrari photoshoot. So follow me on Instagram, YouTube, whatever. If you took something from this guide, don't forget to leave a comment below. And if you watch me on Instagram, this live stream will be visible on YouTube. So follow. The name is exactly the same.